Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Homestead Arizona Unplugged channel. And I apologize, I know it's been a little while since I made a video. Matter of fact, this review of the generator room, I haven't made a video about this since the foundation was done. So as you can see, we've got walls, we've got vents, we've got lights. And this morning I just installed this bench right here. So I'm going to kind of give you guys a walkthrough, show you what we've got. Let me close the door here. So we'll start on this side. So just in case you're new here, this room was built adjacent to the power water room, which is this wall here. That room holds all my solar equipment, you know, the inverters, the batteries, all that stuff. And it also holds my water filters, and one of my pumps, my backup pump, is in there as well. So we decided to build this dedicated room so we can house our generators and our fire suppression pumps. And we'll go over that here in a little bit. I don't have the generator in here now. I don't have the pump. That's going to be on probably the next video. Right now I just finished these benches. Yesterday we painted in here, and I know it's a terrible drywall job, guys. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on making it perfect for just a generator room, so I just did a quickie, and it turned out pretty darn nice. So we built this room just so, sorry guys, that's the compressor going, just so we don't have our generator ripping and rolling in the room next door that has a lot of sensitive solar equipment. I want to mount them in here. All the machines will be mounted and the exhaust going outside. This room is built with 2x4s and it is insulated fully, and we were able to carry over the metal roof from the solar room over to here, the generator room. So it's all one big roof now. I'll show you guys outside here shortly. After we do the unboxing of the diesel heater, which is this guy I got. It's a H-Calorie, I guess the name of it is. They're really cheap. I bought two of them. One's for the doghouse. That project needs to happen pretty soon because it's getting colder out here, guys. I was this close to starting a fire this morning, but we muscled through it. But anyways, let me show you this room and where we're at now without the generator noise. So you may say, hey Vaughn, your vents are not centered on the wall. That's for a purpose, because one generator goes here, I'm trying to do this in reverse here. One generator goes here, and that vent is pretty much exactly where the air intake is. So I want a lot of fresh air getting into these combustion engines. That one as well. So the generator will start there, and the air intake will be right around that vent. That's why they're put that way. I also put a few outlets in here on a dedicated circuit from the power room. This vent here and this vent here is for cold air intake for the two gasoline powered trash pumps, aka our fire suppression pumps. And then just for the heck of it, I put a vent way up high and a vent way down low. Gasoline fumes settle to the floor, so I wanted plenty of cross breeze in here, and it gets a very good breeze, especially when the window and the door is open. I may be putting in a, what would it be called? An engine room pump, you know, for a boat. I've owned boats before, and every single one of them, before you start the motor, flip the switch, and that pump sucks those fumes out. So when you start the motor, it doesn't explode, so it's always a good thing. We got a 3-foot window and a 30-inch metal exterior door, another outlet and light switch here. These 4 lights I had already. As a matter of fact, a lot of this material I already had from remodeling the cabin, so it was a good thing. So let me go through the plumbing work here real quick under here. So you can see that 2-inch PVC line right there on the left, at least it's left to me. That is our tank water supply pipe. So all of our tanks, that's just over 10,000 gallons of water, will be right there. That is after the pump. This goes out for the south side fire suppression. This building is orientated pretty much to the 4 cardinal points, you know, north, south, east, west. So that has an outlet outside, which I'll show you guys here in a minute. And it's capped. That'll be for connecting a fire hose too. So that's for the south side. Up here is the east side. This one goes through the power water room to the other side of the building and has an outlet. We have another one here. This is for the west side. That goes outside to an outlet. And of course the north side. So all 4 cardinal points will have a fire water outlet to it. So say the fire is north of us, this is the pipe I will connect my hose to and go way out there and do what I gotta do, hopefully. Now we're also adding a secondary fire suppression item here, and that's what, hopefully you guys can see this really good. The 3 1-inch copper lines going through the wall. These are gonna be for rooftop rainbirds. You know those big sprinklers, irrigation sprinklers that they have like at baseball fields, football fields, the big ones, right? The one of those. 2 are going to go on top of the cabin, 1 on top of this building, and 1 behind me going to the shop. And it'll all be controlled with valves right here on this wall. So I could designate 1, 2, or all 3 buildings having rainbirds on top shooting water 100 feet beyond the entire structure. That way, if there is a big forest fire here and hot coals and ash and everything come landing on the house, it's not going to catch our buildings on fire. So I know this is a lot to take in, but like I said before, the only thing that concerns me out here is that we're in the middle of a forest, not very reachable by conventional firefighting people. You know, fire trucks and whatnot. I guess helicopters and planes can come here, but we're so rural and there's only us few crazy people living out here. I don't think we're going to be much of a priority for the fire department. So that's why I'm kind of going above and beyond what I think we'll need as far as fire suppression. So let me take you outside. I'll show you the outside and then we'll come back in here and we'll unbox the diesel heater, because that's going to go right here behind me on this wall. The wall that shares this room and the next room. So there'll be 1 vent for this room and 1 vent going for that room. So when it's below freezing, we can kick that on a few hours a day, really warm up the building and keep those pipes from bursting. So let me take you outside and show you how this turned out. Give you kind of a backup shot. Boy, I hope you guys can see that with the sun glare. Let me get in here a little bit here. There we go. That's a little bit better. So that's the window of the generator room. There's the 2 vents, the one up there and this one down here. These are the water outlets I was talking about. These are 2-inch MIP male iron pipe adapters. So in case of fire, all we'll have to do after starting the motor inside and designated which port we want to go to, you just sorry, generator or compressor. You just take this cap off and the hose, the fire hose, attaches directly to that. So again, if the fire is north, this is the north port here. I'll be able to attach it here and run it that way. The reason why I did this is because the hoses for the fire suppression system, they're those flat fireman hoses. They're flat and they have a tendency to kink, especially going around corners. So I wanted a straight shot, as straight as possible. Also got a 20 amp dedicated circuit on a GFCI outlet right here. Just because I didn't need it, I just put it here because I was running electrical, and you can always use more outlets, right? So let me show you over here. Sorry about the noise, guys. So here's our west outlet, and these are really solid, firm into the framing. Again, removable cap. The 2 vents, this one here, that one there is for the trash pumps, the fire suppression pumps. We got the 2 intakes here, this guy behind me here, and this one here. That's the clean air intake for the generators. And here's all the piping I showed you inside. I'll get you guys a better look. So this is the water in, which will connect to that. I don't know if you guys remember when we installed that, when we did this pump underground here. So that will go to here. These are the 3 lines that will be our rooftop rainbirds, and then this is my south side hose port, and this is trash. I haven't ran the east side yet because I got to move the old solar batteries out of the way, but I just wanted to stub out so I can finish this room. Now let me go back inside. Well, I guess I could show you this while I'm here. Let me get back here, guys, so you guys can really get a good view of what's going on. Let's see, there we go. So you can see the new building is not painted yet on the outside. We are changing colors to all the structures here on the property, probably in the spring. So you can see the roof is done, and I extended the rain gutter all the way to the corner here. And that gives us, it's an additional, what was it, like 80 square feet, 77 square feet of rainwater catchment, which is good. We need all the catchment we can get. By the way, we have had a few monsoons come through, and all of our tanks are full, guys. Very happy about that. It was a long time since we've gotten some real rain. So I'll show you the front top. I still need to do roof edging. It goes across the top here and down both sides, but that'll be after paint. So let's unbox this diesel heater and let's see what these things look like. I've never owned one before, and now I own 2. So let's see what they look like. I'm gonna set this camera up kind of like this on the windowsill so you guys can see. There we go. By the way, this is my cool Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark shirt. So again, Hickory, I don't know how to pronounce that, but diesel heater. Let's see what it looks like. I've had these sitting in the shop for at least 6-7 months now. Still haven't opened it. I'm just gonna unbox this thing real quick and show you guys what it comes with, so if you guys decide to get one. We're not sponsored, by the way, by anyone really. No one wants to sponsor us. That's cool. All right, I'm gonna have to do something here. Let me just slice this bad boy down the side. All right, I think we got it. Looks like it has probably a parts kit in here. Oh, I didn't know this. It actually comes with a handle, like a toolbox. Check this out. There we go. Like a toolbox. Get all this stuff back in here. Oh man, comes with a really thick instruction book. That's not good. You know it's gonna be hard setting up if it's really thick. Alright, so let's kind of go over what we can see here. Oh, by the way, this is Bluetooth. I can actually control this from my phone, which is kind of the reason why I wanted it. Looks like this thing comes off somehow, but whatever, we'll leave it on now. So there is an AC adapter, or that's going to be a DC, it looks like, unless there's, yeah, I'm just going to have some sort of adapter to that. Don't know what that is yet. I'm assuming, let's see, yeah. So this is our fresh air intake. This will be the heat. This will be piped. It's actually made out of plastic. This will be piped into this room and the next room, and that's our exhaust. Looks like a 3/4. So we'll be piping that outside. Here is the diesel cap. I wonder if they actually ran any fuel in here before. Nope. Brand new. Kind of loose. I don't really like that. That's kind of loose. Oh, this thing opens up. Let's see what's in here. Ah. All right, so it gives you good access to pretty much the whole heater here. So here's some different, oh, here's, has an automatic start and stop keychain, kind of like, let me get this out of here. Kind of like your car. It's on, off, plus, minus. So on my phone, I should be able to read what the temperature is here and what I want to set it to, turn it off, turn it on, everything from right here. So that's good news, good to have. I may actually install, not only in this room, but the power water room next to me, a Bluetooth thermostat. So I can set an alarm if the temperature drops to a certain point, it'll alert me and I can just turn this heater on. So we don't get any freezing pipes. That's a big deal here, guys. If we get a broken, bursted pipe in the middle of the night, we don't know it, we can lose a lot of water. And that's not good since we're on very limited water. But that's what it looks like when it's opened up. Pretty cool, really lightweight. We'll see if it works. Let's open the this kit up here and see what they gave us inside. And then at some point today, the wife's gonna have to give me a hand lifting that really heavy generator up on the shelf, because I know I wouldn't be able to do it by myself. But this, no problem. Trash pump, no problem. All right, so let's see what they gave us here. So first unboxing, here we go. Let me get you guys here. You got, looks like air intake, or no, this is gonna probably be the heat right here. Yeah. So this will go on here. This is where the heat comes out of, so I'll need to get a T for that. I may actually have one in my van. We have a flexible exhaust tube. Exhaust tube will go on here somehow. Okay, so exhaust tube will go on there, and that gets piped to outside. This is the air intake, and I'm just assuming all this because that's how I would have put it. Oh, it even comes with a little muffler, so that's good. That's good news. So that'll be mounted somewhere. Looks like an air intake cap and some brackets. A lot of hose clamps. Here is the, looks like a DC adapter. So I'm not sure if this is actually going to work with what I have. I may have to put a battery out here or run 12 volts from the power room, unless this is an adapter in this box here. Yeah, it is. Good. And I don't have to run anything to the batteries. So we got a AC DC adapter, which is good. That's why I put that plug right there. So that's good. It has an AC DC adapter. Cool. And then the vent, the discharge vent that will go on this. So real simple. I mean, this is a piece of cake. I still have to go through the instructions and make sure there's no changes I got to make to the power supply. There is a plug here. I don't know what this goes to, so this blue plug, I'll have to find out. But real simple looking machine. Curious to see how it performs. But so far it looks pretty good, I guess. For someone who's never owned one of these, looks good to me. But there you go, guys. This is just some of the stuff. We will make probably 1 or 2 more videos regarding this room. One will be when the generator and the trash pump is set up with all the pipes and valves and everything all over. It's gonna look like Dr. Seuss's Playhouse in here, guys, especially underneath these benches, because that's kind of where I want most of the plumbing. Just get it out of view. So we'll do that video, and we'll also do, probably when it's complete, the outside is painted and all that stuff. But again, that won't be for quite a while. We're in no rush painting, especially now that it's getting colder. We may just paint this room and the shop and then do the house in the spring. Not real sure yet, but there you go, guys. If you have any questions regarding what I'm doing here in the generator room, put it down in the comments box. If you're new here, my name is Vaughn. I'm 51-ish, and the family and I live here off-grid, homesteading in northern Arizona in the beautiful mountains and the trees, somewhat close to the Grand Canyon. If you've ever been there, you know what kind of terrain we're in, but I'll give you a little sneak peek out the window here. Other than what we've cleared, it's very dense juniper and pine forests. And we've been here over a year, full time, and we're loving it. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, and we'll catch you on the next one. Prep and Thrive.